So we all knew this day was coming. Most of you are going to have to wait a few more days, but if you're one of the few people that for some reason decided they were going to spend $100 on the Ultimate Edition of this game, you can play it. And some people did, because a game like this is going to sell regardless because of the characters that are in it. Most people like comic book stuff. However, there's, of course, some issues. So the biggest one being that the scene where Kevin Conroy gives his final performance as Batman is making the rounds again, and people are voicing their opinion on it. And it's pretty universal that most people think that this situation sucks. Because, well, in the final scene, Batman gets his head blown off by Harley Quinn after she pretty much mocks him and puts him down. It's not the best final performance for Kevin Conroy, given the circumstances of what's happened. I mean, he passed away, unfortunately, and this is the last voice work he ever did. I don't know what you do in that situation. Do you just not release it? I mean, it kind of put them in a tight spot, because I'm sure there were plans to do this again. Like, not do this again, but I mean, have him voice Batman again, right? I mean, why wouldn't they go back to him and have him voice stuff? I'm sure that was probably on the table, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen. But people don't like this, and I don't blame them. I get it. Batman, Kevin Conroy, one and the same. He is Batman. So it's an unfortunate situation, but for those of you that are wondering where the reviews are for this disaster of a game, and I totally believe it's going to be a disaster, you're not going to find any reviews. In fact, you won't even see user scores until after February 2nd, even though there's people playing it. Right now, there's people playing it because the game got the Ultimate Edition treatment, where if you spend $100, you get it a few days early. So there's people playing it right now, and they can't go on to Metacritic and voice their opinion because, well, it's not February 2nd yet. They have to wait. There's no critic scores either because, naturally, Warner Brothers didn't send them any review codes. So we won't have any real opinions on this game until it comes out, which is kind of some bullshit. But this is something that game companies do, and they do it for a reason. They do it because they want to keep negative opinions out of people's mouths until they can actually get as many sales as possible for the game. So by not putting reviews out, what does that do? Well, for one, it stops people from canceling pre-orders, which I'm sure there's quite a few people that have already paid for this game and are waiting for it. Well, now they won't cancel the review. The game will ship, likely if you bought it from Amazon or something, it'll ship a day or so before the reviews actually drop. And by the time the reviews drop, you've already got the game coming to your house. And it's not hard, but it's still time consuming to mail it back to Amazon or whatever for a refund. If you don't open it, you just cancel it and send it back unopened and stuff. And that's what they're banking on, that most people will just keep it, not get their money back. They won't cancel, and this will let them still put this game out, which does not look like fun to me. It looks like a live service mess. The last time we saw a game with a superhero live service was the Avengers game. That game was a giant pile of shit, and I think this game is likely going to be following suit. And I mean, just looking at this, like the game is already having problems. Came out today. And if you bought the Ultimate Edition, which people paid $100 for, or no, the Deluxe Edition, I'm sorry. It's Microsoft calls things the Ultimate Edition. So the Deluxe Edition, if you bought it, spent $100 on it, right? You can't play it right now because as soon as you log into the game, there's a bug that completes the entire story. So you walk into the end game. How do you screw that up? How do you not know that's going to happen? Don't you have game testers? Like, you should have caught that bug, especially for the people that are paying $100. So you basically pay $100 to be a beta tester. So people got the game. They fired it up as soon as it unlocked, they bought their $100 deluxe edition. I don't even know if it's $100. It might be more than that. Maybe it's $120. I heard $100. I have no interest in buying this game, so it's not going to happen. So I won't know, but. Here's from the official Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League Twitter account. We're aware that a number of players are currently experiencing an issue whereby upon logging into the game for the first time, they have full story completion. To resolve this issue, we are performing maintenance on the game servers. During this time, the game will be unavailable. We expect this to take several hours and we'll update once we have more information. We apologize for the inconvenience. Why can't you play the game while the servers are down? Oh, that's right. Because it's a live service. It's a live service. So because it's a live service, you can't play the game. Even if you're just a single player character. You can't play offline. There is no offline mode. There was a bunch of people talking about they were playing it and then they just got booted off of the internet. They just got booted off of the game. Whoops. Sorry about that, valuable consumers. Didn't mean to screw up your experience. Major bug. Major bug. Right as the game comes out. I predict this game is going to be a buggy mess. I think it's going to be just as bad as the Avengers was. That's my prediction. People don't want these live service games. There's people that will put up with it and buy it and play it, but there's no reason this game shouldn't have an offline mode. It's a single-player game with some, I don't know, can you co-op the entire game with people? I think you can, but a lot of people still like to play things solo. Sad to see like that when there's a big demand for them. There is a demand for single-player content. But they all want to do this money-making grift with these games, with these live service things, and it's sad. And it's sad that this is the final performance of Kevin Conroy. And that this is what we're getting. This is shit. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. What are your thoughts on this game? Are you buying it? Do you care about it? Have you played it? Give me your thoughts on it. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video, hit that notification bell, check out my Rumble and Locals, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.